start this loop off, I went into Opus and I grabbed the piano. For this chord progression, I pretty much just built it from one chord, which was E minor 5th, but I did it in an A minor scale, if that makes sense. I'm not too sure the technical terminology for it, but I can explain what I mean. So pretty much what I did was I started with this chord right here, which is in E minor 5th, and instead of bringing it down 1, which would be in the key of E minor, just make it a little bit darker, I brought it down 2 notes, which is in the key of A minor. And so it brings like a dissonant vibe when these 2 notes are right next to each other. It's kind of clashes, but it's like a good type of clashing, and it kind of gives you that dark vibe. And here it's just like the same notes just brought up an octave with another note added at the bottom, which is in A minor, just to add a little more depth to that second chord. And this chord as well, all these notes really are the same. Like you see here, these 3 notes all are the same, just inverted to kind of create different chords, which is pretty much what I was doing with this, was just using one chord, inverting them a lot, and adding notes, taking away notes, just so I can make different chords. And you see here, this last chord is the same as the second chord. Next, I just grabbed the same pattern, but I found an organ added expand. I went into Opus again, and I found a guitar strumming bank. I just laid notes down on the root note. I wanted to add a bass element to this loop, so I just went into the Ibanez bass guitar, which is just a stock FL bass guitar that you can find in packs, like that just comes with FL, and I laid down this bass progression. It doesn't follow the root note, it's kind of just played by ear, and what I thought sounded good with the chord progression and also with the rhythm. I found a guitar one-shot that has some sliding notes in it, so I laid down this pattern that just follows the chord progression as an accent slash melody. And lastly, for the loop, I wanted some sort of textures to kind of fill up more space and add more atmosphere. So I found this chime sound in this like radio wave sound. I can't exactly explain what it is. If you know what it is, let me know in the comments, because I'm not exactly too sure. I then arranged the melody and exported it out, and after I exported it out, I pitched it up just barely over 1 semitone, so it's 108 cents, to add a slight detune. It's like really not even noticeable. And on the master, I put on my favorite plugin, which is OCS 45, which is like a free version of RC20. It's a really nice vintage plugin. Some EQ, kind of just to duck out some of those mids that I think were a little too harsh, and some compressor to hold everything together like glue and make it feel a little more compressed and I guess radioized.